Alright, welcome back to the last high school webcast of the year. Rick, summer is just about here. We just have one more week to go, and that last week, state baseball time. 3 Central Texas teams in the state baseball tournament: Thorndale, Westlake, and Giddings. Let's talk about all 3 teams. Let's talk about Thorndale first. They play Windthorst.
Windthorst, that's not easy to say.
Oh man, they play them on Wednesday afternoon. What does Thorndale have to do to win a state championship?
Well, if they do what they did last week, and it was a good combination of pitching and hitting, they beat Dehannes twice, both by 1 run, and they've always been a pretty good defensive team. They've won state twice already, so this would be a big weekend for Thorndale. I look at them to possibly win a couple close decisions.
So Thorndale's one of those teams. They've had big victories this postseason. I think they have a 21-3 and a 17-4 victory. Last weekend, both their wins in the regional championship series were 1-1 runs. So they can win. They can win close. They can win big. The thing about Thorndale is at school they're used to winning a couple state basketball championships the last couple of years. This is their 4th trip to the state tournament in baseball in the last 5 years. Tyler Pounders, he's a pitcher, first baseman for them. They're going to need to rely on his experience. When they went in 2007, he was only a sophomore, but he played a huge role on that team. Actually pitched them into the state tournament in the regional championship game. So they rely on him. I think they'll be able to do it. They have a lot of talent there. They know how to win. There's not going to be the we have jitters excuse. So look for Thorndale to bring home a championship, which will, as you said, their 3rd state title in baseball. Giddings, 3A. What do they have to do to win a state championship?
First of all, I think they just have to show up. They are that good. I think they're just going to roll through the competition just like that. But in reality, I think it's going to be good, close. They've got a player by the name Trey Masick. He's a good pitcher, outstanding pitcher, and a great hitter too. He's already committed to Texas Tech University, so for the year in 2010. So you know he's a good player. Giddings is one of those schools that just seems like they're good in every sport. They started off with football a few years ago, and now they've transferred it to baseball. Good athletes at Giddings. I think that they have a good chance to win state.
Giddings has Texarkana, Pleasant Grove at the Dish on Thursday afternoon. I think in order for them to win, they have the offense to win. I think they're averaging a little close to 9 runs a game this postseason, but they have to limit the errors. They got lucky against Belleville. They committed 4 errors and blew a lead, but ended up winning 9-6. So their offense is there. Their defense needs to get to a state championship caliber, and if they can put those 2 things together, they should win a state championship in their first trip to state. Final team, Westlake. They've been here a bunch of times in their past, not for the past 10 years or so, but they have the pedigree. What do they have to do to bring home a championship?
First of all, they're playing El Paso Socorro, which is making its first ever trip down here. Socorro is one of the best El Paso teams in the last 10 years, but they're one of those teams that have never made it to state. They've come close many times. Westlake's going to have to watch out for the offense of Socorro. Socorro scored 18 runs in 2 games this past weekend against Flower Mount Marcus. Marcus is a good hitting team, and they just out-hit them. And Chris Forbes is the coach at Socorro. He's been there 25 years, so you know he's going to be out here. And here's a little trivia question. El Paso has won a total of 1 state championship. 1949, the very first ever state championship in UIL sports was won by El Paso Bowie. So 60 years later, who knows, maybe Socorro's going to give them some fits.
Which is very random information. Westlake, the key comes down to the people they're going to have on the mound. Probably expect to see James Ferguson on Friday. They also have Holt McNair. Both are very good left-handed pitchers. This is any indication of what their pitching means to them. On Friday against San Antonio Reagan, they got 1 hit, and they won 1-0, and it was no problem because Ferguson was on the mound. So as long as those 2 pitchers are pitching lights out, they can go McNair start, Ferguson come in relief, Ferguson start, McNair come in relief. You know, they're going to be tough to beat. So if those 2 are on their A game, you know, it's not going to be a game. So Westlake should be able to roll to a championship.
Westlake was going to need more than 1 hit this time.
Yeah. So that's it. You know, summer's just about here. I know you're going on vacation very soon. So
it's about time.
All right, we'll see you guys back here in the fall when we start up our football webcast. Thanks for joining us all year, and have a great summer.
And good luck to all our Central Texas baseball teams.